Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Filmmaker interviews of the 23rd Annual Garden State Film Festival. My name is Mike Cassidy. I am the one asking the questions tonight. I am very lucky to be speaking with the writer, director, producer of the Metamorphosis project, Kaylin Ung.
Hello, Mike. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Just give us a little brief summary of what to expect about your film.
Yeah, so the Metamorphosis Project is a film about a father and daughter who are going to explore an augmented reality living situation after our father, Eric Lim, gets a harrowing and kind of life changing diagnosis with ALS. And as they go through what seems to be a possibly beautiful and new start to their life through this new technology, cracks in the system kind of start to appear, and it really forces our two characters to evaluate what is the most important and meaningful to them in life and the future that is ahead of them.
Wow. So I just was wondering if it was okay. To bring this up. I don't. I don't get too personal. But I read that you have a close tie to this movie personally. Did you want to get into that a little bit?
Yeah, for sure. I think that one of the main draws to this film to me, and specifically when picking and writing what some of the specific themes of this film was wanting to center it around ALS. ALS as a disease is one that for humans it kind of the brain is fully functional, everything about a person is fully there. It basically just kind of locks a person though in their body, and that is something that happened to a close family friend of mine who's basically like an uncle to me. And in that experience, watching my friend deal with that with his father and that whole family, and expanding that relationship and what it means to have to choose what is best for a person, and sometimes that is having to let them go. That really was something I wanted to grapple with in relation to the way we look at death, technology, especially in the US, and differences in culture there.
Well, I'm really sorry for your loss. But I think you made an absolutely brilliant film. And was it a little therapeutic for you even making this film?
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely something that when I was first coming up with the initial like log lines and themes, I'm very intrigued by science fiction and films that are genre bent in that way. So it was a story that came very naturally. But I think a lot of the deeper emotional themes and deeper story beats and character relationships were things that I didn't really plan to excavate or really look at excavating until it came to writing it. So having to come to terms and really face some of those deeper conflicts were definitely places that I hadn't really digged into and looked at in a while. So it was definitely a good journey and experience to get to make that and write it and see it come to fruition as it is now.
That's great. How long have you been working on this project?
Yeah, so we worked on this project for start to finish, I want to say around 9 months. It was really put together on a with a very scrappy team. The $1,500 really, and it was summer after we graduated in the strike, wanting something to do, and really luckily got into a fellowship with Ghetto Film School, an amazing organization, and through that developed it for about 3 months, shot it in 3 days, and then like
Ah,
how it is when it's just people that are passionate and want to do something, and then yeah, it was just then getting it in shape to put out in the world. So it was a quick process there, but now more so in the tail end of it, getting it to people to see, like all of you.
so you said that you graduated recently. Where did you go to school?
Yeah, so I graduated from Chapman University's Dodge College of Film and Media Arts with a degree in creative producing, as well as helping start and launch their minor in virtual production.
Wow.
So really got to learn a lot of, I think, the things that are how do we make movies in the modern age, and definitely came in handy here.
Did you always know you wanted to be a filmmaker, or did you want? Was there any other potential
Um, I think I've always, I grew up in Southern California. I think like a lot of people had a brief stint as a child actor, did theater and all of those things. But even with all of that, I really thought I was going to be an engineer. I love
Oh,
science. I love math. Loved all of those things. And when it came time to go to college, only applied to two film schools, kind of for fun on a whim, and then got in. And it was a decision of, where do I want the paths of my life to take me, and decided to take the one that I think would be a little bit more interesting, and very glad I did it, and that, here we are.
yeah, engineering sounds tough. So I think you made the right call. Um, you also mentioned your scrappy cast earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about the folks in this film, where you found them, what any direction you gave them, anything at all?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first off, I think for our crew, it's really just some of my best friends, friends of friends, people that just either owed favors to them or just wanted to learn. Like, cannot thank my crew enough for giving up their time and energy to do this. But our cast really was just a wide search on every platform possible to really come down to our two wonderful leads, both of which came just kind of through blank email submissions off of a like Facebook post that we had made on like every AAPI casting forum possible. And it was really amazing to find these two actors who are very different walks of life. One of them, Norman Yap, he is a pretty established actor in his own right, where he has done theater, he has produced his own films, he's kind of done everything across the board. And, he's a father and has a family and all of that. And then our other actress, Lois, who is, to play his daughter, younger than him, newer to this city, and was a stage actor and was just trying to see how to slowly venture into film. And with them being along for the ride, knowing there wasn't a lot at the beginning that we could, really give to them, but with the promise that if you give us what you can for this film, I will do my best to take this film as far as it can go, for them. And yeah, just see where they can help me and I can help them take this. And I think that their relationship was fantastic, and that from the moment they stepped on set, they were just lovely together.
Yeah, I could tell. So we briefly spoke before, and I just wanted to get a little more information about it. This isn't the first film festival that this is being shown at. Is that correct, or did I hear you wrong?
Well, so this is the first. I so this film was made in part of a fellowship, that was part of a arts festival called Freeze, Freeze Los Angeles. So this film was created as part of a showcase in their lounge, and so I was one of six filmmakers chosen for a grant to make this film. And out of the six, I won the grand jury prize, throughout the fellowship through this arts festival.
Wow. So you're out in Hollywood, right? Why'd you want to submit to the Garden State Film Festival on the other side of all that?
Yeah, for sure. I think that, well, one of the reasons why I wanted to submit to somewhere outside of Los Angeles is I think that my film has like a very specific message, and also featuring the type of characters and representation we want to screen. I think that is important to put a wide net out and play it in places that might not have as much diverse audience in different areas, or that different communities might be smaller but still tight knit. I think that Los Angeles, I'm very lucky to live there because of the plethora of communities and the like diaspora that exists out here. But I think that film should not only have to cater to the specific niche, like groups that we're all a part of. And I think that getting to play it on the East Coast is very special, because one, that diaspora does exist out there, and then two, to get to tap in to different types of people and different communities and people that might also relate to this story and the types of characters I put out there. Yeah, I think it's always neat to get to put it into places that, like, I would love to get to experience New Jersey one day.
Yeah.
I've definitely never been, but yeah, I think this is a way to, try to bridge that gap.
Awesome. Well, we're glad to have you filming with us. What was the message that you wanted audiences to leave with after watching your film?
Yeah, for sure. I think that one of the main tenets is the idea that family or home is never, or doesn't have to be, a place, and doesn't have to be a person. It can always be a feeling. It can be an essence. It can be a memory. And I think that a lot of my work likes to explore that. And especially in this one, it's two people that are trying to grapple with a changing reality where they think that if they can create and uphold these perfect situations and continue to perpetuate what is considered their norm, that will be the thing that saves them, where really the only thing that they kind of need at the end is themselves and the knowledge that their life experiences, the lessons they've learned, the time that they've spent with each other will be enough to keep them going.
Very powerful message. Very powerful.
Thank you.
What are the plans for the film after the festival? Are you trying to send it anywhere else?
Yeah, I mean, we have it sent out to a wide range of festivals right now, and seeing where else it can go. But I think that this film kind of sits in other people that have seen my previous short or a few of other projects I'm writing and working on now. Maybe one in an anthology, we could say, of works that kind of explore that cross section between humanity and technology, and in kind of these microcosms where we see ourselves and kind of what other hijinks we can get up to.
So you're going to a couple other places, but the Garden State Film Festival is your favorite, right?
Oh, of course,
All
of
right, I
course.
just want to make sure. I have to ask that, but yeah, okay.
You guys were the first ones that I received the acceptance email of at like the top of the year.
Oh, wow.
So for that, starting off 2025, you will be my favorite
Awesome.
all
We'll
year
take that. Yeah, definitely. You mentioned your other projects, a short. Where can audiences find that if they want to see more of your work?
Yeah, I have a short film called Crossroads that I wrote and produced that is available on Vimeo, and has played at other film festivals such as Disorient and VC Media Film Fest. And I currently work at a production company called Culture Machine under the brilliant Justin Simeon. So you can see we have a docu-series out on MGM Plus called Hollywood Black, and a few other projects coming down the line that I have a hand in developing. So yeah, that's where you'll find me.
Doing a lot. So, all right. So, unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our time together. I had an absolute delight speaking with you tonight. I think people are going to really, really enjoy this film when they come to see it. So, thank you for submitting to us. Is there any shout outs you want to give to the cast? You already said everybody, but anybody else that you want to throw in there?
I mean, thank you so much, Mike, for speaking to me tonight, and I hope everyone really enjoys and the Metamorphosis project, and I appreciate you all taking the time to give it a watch.
Absolutely. And like, once again, that is the Metamorphosis project. You can see at the bottom of the screen here. It's going to be played on Sunday, March 30th in Block BC 38. That's at the Berkeley Hotel from 3 to 4:45. Caitlin, I had a great time. And I really do look forward to seeing you at the festival this year.
Thank you, everybody.
Have a good one.